The Chicago summer was sticky, the kind of heat that made your shirt cling as the city pulsed with life. I adjusted my tie in our hotel room, the distant hum of Lake Shore Drive filtering through the window. It was my sister-in-law Anna's wedding, a sleek event at a downtown venue, and my wife, Sarah, was in the bathroom, agonizing over her dress with surgical precision. She emerged in a burgundy gown, her third choice, and gave me a quick glance. "Matt, can you wear the grey suit instead?" she said, fussing with her necklace. "The navy one's too basic." I looked at the navy suit I'd put on, the one she'd picked for our wedding 4 years ago. She'd said it made my eyes stand out. "I thought you liked this one," I said, keeping my tone light. She sighed, her reflection commanding her attention. "It's fine, but Anna's photographer is pricey. I want us to look sharp in the photos. Grey's better." I didn't argue. I changed into the grey suit, brushing off the sting of her words. Too basic. Lately, Sarah's comments had grown sharper, her focus distant. She'd scroll through her phone during our dinners, her marketing job consuming her. I chalked it up to stress. Her team was launching a big campaign. But the gap between us was widening, a fracture I hoped would heal. We'd been together 7 years, married 4. I figured every relationship had rough patches. I didn't know then that rough patches don't usually involve your wife glowing like a city skyline when her ex walks in. The wedding was stunning. Anna, radiant in her gown, glided through the ceremony beside her groom, Ryan, whose grin could have lit up the loop. The venue sparkled with string lights and peonies, the air scented with champagne. I sat beside Sarah, who dabbed her eyes during the vows. When I reached for her hand, she pulled away to adjust her earrings, her fingers lingering there instead of with me. At the cocktail hour, I was at the bar, ordering a gin and tonic for her, a whiskey for me, when I heard her laugh, bright and unguarded, not the polite chuckle she gave me lately. I turned to see her across the room, her face alive as she spoke to a man in a sharp blazer. He was tall, exuding easy confidence. I recognized him from old photos. Luke, her college boyfriend, the one she called a fling. I carried our drinks over. Sarah was so absorbed she didn't notice me until I was beside her. "Hey," I said, handing her the gin and tonic. "I'm Matt, Sarah's husband." Luke's handshake was brief, his smile polite. "Good to meet you. Sarah was just catching me up." "It's been forever," Sarah said, her voice too bright, her body angled toward him. "Luke's wife couldn't make it, work thing, so I said he should join us for dinner." "I'm at table 6 with Anna's friends," Luke said, his eyes on Sarah. "But let's catch up later, Sarah." She told me she hated nicknames, but she didn't correct him. She watched him leave, her expression soft, like she was chasing a memory. The reception was alive with pop music and dancing. Sarah was at our table with her friends, Kate and Lisa, her laughter louder after 3 drinks. I was at the bar when I heard Kate's voice teasing. "Okay, but Luke still looks like he stepped out of a movie, right?" Lisa giggled. "I know, married with kids now. Unreal." I grabbed our drinks and started toward the table, slowing as Sarah's voice cut through. "God, don't get me started. Seeing him tonight, it's bringing it all back." I stopped 10 feet away. They hadn't seen me. "You were obsessed with him in college," Kate said. "I know," Sarah said, her tone loose with wine. "And then I ended up with," she waved vaguely, thinking I was still at the bar. "This." My hands stayed steady, gripping the glasses. Her words kept coming. "What do you mean?" Lisa asked, hesitant. "Luke was electric," Sarah said. "He had ambition, presence. Matt's just reliable, like a Honda Accord. Gets you there, but nobody's looking." Kate shifted. "Sarah, that's..." "No, I'm serious," Sarah pressed. "Luke had a spark. Matt just nods along, you know, he's fine." But I settled. Everyone can see it. Lisa's eyes flicked up, spotting me. Sarah turned, her face draining of color. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. I set her drink on the table, slow and deliberate. "Babe," she said, her voice desperate. "It was a joke. We were just being silly." I looked at her, really looked, and saw her clearly for the first time in years. The woman I'd loved for 7 years had just called me a Honda Accord. Reliable, boring, a compromise. "Matt, don't be sensitive," she said, her voice shaky. "It was a joke." "I need air," I said, my tone calm. Her hand grabbed my arm. "Wait," I pulled away and walked out, past the dance floor, past Anna's call, into the parking lot. I sat in my car for 15 minutes, staring at the city lights. My phone buzzed, Sarah's texts. "Where are you? You're overreacting. Come back, please." I drove home. I didn't sleep. I moved my essentials to the guest room, pillow, charger, clothes, and sat on the bed, still in my grey suit, wondering when I'd stopped being enough. Sarah came home at 1 a.m., heels clicking, voice slurred. "You left me there," she said, standing in the doorway, makeup streaked. That was humiliating. More humiliating than calling me a Honda Accord, I asked. She rolled her eyes. I was drunk. It was a joke. You're so sensitive. I'm sleeping here tonight, I said. Seriously, over this. She stormed off, slamming the bedroom door. The next days were quiet. I expected anger but felt clarity, like a fog lifting. Sarah went to work Monday like nothing happened. I called in sick and researched divorce attorneys. By Wednesday, I'd consulted one. By Friday, I'd listed our assets, bank accounts, the loft, our cars. Sarah tried talking. Still mad? She'd ask, dismissive. My friends think you're overreacting. I didn't bite. She'd said what she meant, and I believed her. Monday evening, a week later, she came home to find me at the kitchen table with a folder. This is ridiculous, she said, dropping her bag. Can we talk? I'm filing for divorce, I said. She laughed, sharp and incredulous. What? Matt, come on. I've got a lawyer. You'll get the papers soon. Her laughter faded. Over that, I was drunk. You said you settled, I said. That Luke was electric and I'm just reliable. That everyone sees it. I didn't mean you did. I stood, grabbing the folder. You settled, but you don't have to anymore. Her face shifted, shock, disbelief, panic. You're not serious, Matt. I'm staying with my brother. My lawyer will handle it. I grabbed my bag and left. She stood frozen in the kitchen as the door closed. My brother Tom's place was small but homey. He'd been divorced, so he got it. She's texting you, he said, watching me block another number. 50 messages yesterday, I said. She's using friends' phones. Her text started angry. You're throwing away 7 years over a joke. Then pleading, let's talk, I'm sorry. Then angry again, you're cruel. I blocked them all. A friend, Chris, called. Sarah's a wreck. She says you're taking a break. We're done, I said. She can say what she wants. Over something drunk, that's harsh. This is between us, Chris. Thanks for calling. I hung up. I started therapy. My lawyer suggested it. Dr. Lee was sharp, asking tough questions. When did you feel not enough? She asked. Maybe a year ago, I said. She compared me to her co-workers' husbands, money, trips, cars, subtle at first. You tried to meet those expectations. I worked harder, planned better dates, but it was never enough. You can't win when the finish line moves, Dr. Lee said. That hit hard. I've been chasing a moving target for years. The divorce papers were filed. Sarah's mom called. Matt, it's Linda. You're being too hard on her. It was one mistake. Linda, this is between Sarah and me. Please don't call again. She's my daughter. She's devastated. She should have thought about that at the wedding. I hung up. Work became my focus. I dove into a project at the urban design firm, staying late, taking on more. My boss noticed. Matt, you're killing it. I'm putting you up for senior designer. I got the promotion 2 months later. Better pay, more respect. The old Matt would have told Sarah. The new Matt went to a brewery and enjoyed a beer alone. I moved into a one-bedroom in Wicker Park, picking furniture I liked. I joined a basketball league, started woodworking, and noticed Emily, a co-worker in landscape design. She was witty, kind, easy to talk to. We started getting coffee. You seem lighter, she said one day. Happier. Divorce, I said. Letting go of something bad feels good. She smiled. Good for you. We took it slow, coffee, lunch, drinks. It was effortless, and I saw how much I'd strained to please Sarah. Sarah saw my promotion on LinkedIn. The messages started again. Can we talk? I made a mistake. I miss us. I didn't reply, keeping records as my lawyer advised. She called from a new number. I answered, thinking it was work. Please don't hang up, she said, her voice shaky. I was drunk that night. It was stupid. You said Luke was electric, I replied. I'm a Honda Accord, you settled. I didn't mean it. We can fix this, therapy, anything. You were honest, Sarah. I'm just accepting it. So that's it. You're done. I was done when I left the reception. I hung up and blocked her. 5 months in, Sarah showed up at my building. The doorman called. A Sarah Collins is here. I don't know her, I said. Call security if she doesn't leave. She lingered until security escorted her out. She emailed my work account. I forwarded it to HR. I heard she'd tried contacting Luke. He blocked her, and his wife threatened legal action. Sarah moved to a smaller apartment, unable to afford our old place. I felt nothing. In month 7, Anna invited me to her anniversary party, a small gathering at a rooftop bar. Your family, she said. Sarah will be there, but you belong too. I don't want it to be weird, I said. She should feel weird, not you. Come. The old Matt would have said no. The new Matt was done hiding. Can I bring someone? Of course, who is she? Emily. We've been seeing each other. It's new, but good. Emily and I arrived late. She looked great in a simple black dress, and getting ready together was easy. No stress, no criticism. The bar was intimate, with city views. I saw Sarah by the bar, looking tired, smaller somehow. She saw me, then Emily, her face flickering, shock, hurt, anger. Emily squeezed my hand. "You okay?" "Yeah," I said, and I was. We mingled, congratulating Anna and Ryan. Emily fit in naturally, her warmth disarming. Tom pulled me aside. "You look happy, man." "I am." Sarah approached later, hesitant. "Hi, Sarah," Emily smiled. "I'll grab a drink." She kissed my cheek and left. "You look good," Sarah said, her voice small. "Really good. I'd lost weight, bought new clothes, felt like myself." "Thanks. She your girlfriend? We're seeing each other." Her tone sharpened. "That was fast." "It's been 7 months," I said. "What do you need?" She flinched. "I'm sorry." What I said was awful. I regret it every day. "Okay, that's it. What do you want, Sarah? Forgiveness?" "I was wrong. You're not." "It doesn't matter," I said. "Your opinion stopped mattering that night. You're just happy now." With her, Emily was walking back, laughing with someone, her presence easy. "I'm happy without you," I said. "Emily's a bonus." Emily handed me a drink. "Got your whiskey. Who's this?" "Sarah," I said. "She's leaving." Sarah looked between us, the weight of her loss sinking in. She grabbed her coat and left. I saw her through the window, sitting in her car, staring at her phone, probably checking my LinkedIn, torturing herself with my new life. Anna raised her glass across the room. I raised mine back. Driving home, Emily took my hand. "Thanks for inviting me. That wasn't easy." "Easier than I thought," I said. "She's just someone I used to know." Dr. Lee's question echoed. "When did you feel not enough?" But the real question was when I stopped believing someone who said I wasn't enough. That was 7 months ago, in a parking lot, when I stopped chasing a moving finish line. Some chase better forever. I wanted someone who thought I was enough. Sitting beside Emily, I knew I'd found her.